Viewers, it doesn't matter whether the 2024 Lok Sabha election in Tamil Nadu specifically will be won or lost on the alleged omissions of the Congress DMK on an issue that dates back to 1974, 50 years. The voter is in fact unlikely, at least at this moment, to grasp the full implications of the inexplicable decision taken by Indira Gandhi in agreement with then DMK Supremo and Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi to hand over Katchatheevu Island to Sri Lanka. But what the revelations around Katchatheevu will do instead is make it very difficult from here on for the DMK to claim that it is the sole guardian of Tamil Nadu's interests. For decades now, since 1974, at least 2 generations of voters in Tamil Nadu have been told ad nauseum that the centre gave away this strategic island in the Pork Straits, that the central government under Indira Gandhi did this because politicians in the north have a callous disregard for Tamil Nadu's sentiments, for Tamil Nadu's sense of sovereignty and identity, or for that matter, the sentiments of anyone south of the Vindhyas. The DMK has thrived by perpetuating this north-south divide, this myth, for decades altogether. In July 1974, DMK MP Era Sarian fumed at Indira Gandhi for hiding the island pact from Tamil Nadu. But now it turns out that his own boss, Karunanidhi, had acquiesced in the decision. In fact, the record of the discussions between Indira Gandhi and Congress government and the centre and M. Karunanidhi-led Tamil Nadu state government in 1974 shows that the DMK Supremo may have got to know of the prospective agreement with Lanka ahead of many in the Union cabinet, in Mrs. G's cabinet, and in the ruling Congress, even at the state level. Now, with the DMK's first family having been exposed as co-conspirators in the decision to give up India's claims over Katchatheevu, the DMK's fulminations at the centre come across as severely hypocritical. Ironically, it is the BJP that has often been accused of being a Hindu upper caste, Hindi belt party and interloper in Tamil Nadu politics that can today take credit for unmasking the DMK before the Tamil Nadu public by placing never-before-seen government documents in the court of public opinion. The BJP has left the DMK literally with very little to say. Now, viewers, the hard facts are there on your screens. Right from 1924, Lanka exercised jurisdiction over Katchatheevu without challenge or protest from Indian authorities. In 1955, Director of Civil Aviation in Ceylon intimated to India that Ceylon Air Force would carry out gunnery practice. The Indian High Commission asked Lanka to refrain. Thank goodness. In 1961, however, Nehru's letter to Y.D. Gundevia, Commonwealth Secretary, said, "I attach no importance at all to this little island and I have no hesitation in giving up our claim." In 58, viewers, Attorney General Setalvad said, "Matter is by no means clear or free from difficulty, but it appears to me that balance lies in favor of concluding that sovereignty was and is in India." 1960, Dr. K. Krishna Rao, JSLNT, judged purely from evidentiary value of competing claims, I submit that those of Ceylon are more substantial. On the other hand, India has a good legal case. 1961, MEA said, "Not certain if our claim to the island can be easily established in law. Our case may be at best 50-50. Viewers, why was the Nehru government going against some of the legal and official voices of its own government? In 63-68, India's claims asserted through continuous exercise of jurisdiction in form of visits by customs excise officials. No official records to prove that Katchatheevu was ever under the control of Jaffnapuram, which was of course the province of Sri Lanka. In 1974, Foreign Secretary Keval Singh, however, meets M. Karunanidhi and explains the weakness of India's claim over Katchatheevu. On what basis, viewers, is a fundamental question. Of course, viewers, in 1974, convinced by the centre, Karunanidhi agrees to terms of proposed settlement. In 2015, the MEA and RTI response said agreement with Lanka did not involve either acquiring or ceding of territory, since the area in question had never been demarcated. Yet, viewers, the same centre today comes out and accuses the DMK and the Congress of ceding India's rights. So, viewers, Whether it's all politics or not, was Katchatheevu India's to give away in the first place or not? Let's put this to the test. Let's speak with the editor of the Tughlaq, Mr. S. Gurumurthy. We also have with us Dr. Ranganathan. I want to first begin with you, Mr. Gurumurthy, and it's an important, very important topic. And let's first get rid of all the baseline assumptions. And this is important. Let's get first out of the way this whole controversy and its political underpinnings. The DMK and Congress are alleging that this island row is being dredged up only to colour the polls. Is this claim valid or not, in your opinion? Mr. Gurumurthy.
See, this claim would be valid if this Katchatheevu issue is not raised in Tamil Nadu politics. This Katchatheevu issue has been a constant irritant in Tamil Nadu politics. At times it acquires very aggressive dimensions because of this fisherman issue. Added to that is the complexity in the relationship between Sri Lankan Tamils and the Tamil Nadu politics alliance, which took shape much after the Katchatheevu issue got into kind of an agreement between Sri Lanka and India, by which it was handed over. Afterwards only, the Sri Lankan Tamil issue became a very, very important issue in Tamil Nadu politics. Till today, Katchatheevu issue is an issue in Tamil Nadu politics. How Katchatheevu got transferred to Sri Lanka is an issue on which the DMK has been lying. We opposed it. And the Congress has been mum. And repeatedly, this issue coming up. No one knew the fact, what actually happened. Now the facts have come out. How can you say this issue is being raised? This issue is already there.
Well, I'll tell you, because Mr. Gurumurthy, it is the BJP state president who filed the FIR, Mr. Annamalai, got out these facts. So people are saying that this reeks of orchestration.
No, where is it? Actually, I tell you, when everybody is lying, the BJP, which is a player in Tamil Nadu politics today, it wants to know what is the fact. Because BJP was not in the picture in 1974 when it happened. It is between the Congress and the DMK. At that time, of course, Kamaraj was alive and Congress itself had got split into two. The Indira Congress was in alliance with the DMK. And so Kamaraj passed away. No one knew what happened at that time. The political players today were not in the picture at that time. So when Katchatheevu is being very intensely discussed even today, the role of who and who had to be made clear. And Annamalai did a public service by filing an RTI and bringing out the facts which nobody did. Why didn't anybody else do it? You must actually thank Annamalai for having taken this initiative and bringing on the facts. How can you say this is for electoral purposes?
Okay, but look, the timing, raises questions, but can the BJP derive any political mileage from this controversy? Can you make an assessment of this? The Congress DMK says if you're so concerned, if you believe that such a great injustice was done by the Congress and the DMK in the past in 1974, why don't you just tear up this particular agreement, throw it out of the window and reclaim Katchatheevu?
You see, it is not an electoral alliance that two parties can join today and tear up the alliance and go to another kind of alliance. In an international diplomacy and international relationship, you enter into an agreement and you can't unilaterally tear it. It's actually absolute illiteracy for someone to say that the BJP should breach the agreement which was committed to by the Congress party. It is not as Congress party, but as a nation, as the Prime Minister. And another Prime Minister comes and tears up the agreement. How can international relationships work? So it has nothing to do with it. The question is that there is a lie which is being constantly told in Tamil Nadu politics that Katchatheevu was handed over by the central government. No one would even say it was by Indira Gandhi or the Congress. This was an issue which was devised to divide North and South. The DMK always used to take up this issue as if something wrong has been done by the center against Tamil Nadu. It is good that facts have come out, that the co-conspirator in this is the very party which has been trying to divide the country on the basis of North and South by citing the Katchatheevu issue. In fact, this is the second service Annamalai has done by exposing the DMK. You have been a party and you have told, please, I will be opposing as a formality, but inside I am with you. I mean, this is the kind of agreement Indira Gandhi and Karunanidhi reached at the time, and they were in political alliance.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because it seems that Prime Minister Nehru went against some of the legal officers and the foreign service officers of his own government. Why would he do that? Where do you think he was coming from?
You see, why do you only look at Katchatheevu? Nehru must have been a very tired and fatigued person. You see, Ran of Kutch, he referred to it for global arbitration and lost it. And in Ladakh, when there was a debate in Parliament that we have lost such a vast territory of land, Jawaharlal Nehru said, not a blade of grass grows there. We don't look at a land as whether it is useful for agricultural purposes or for industrial purposes. There is also another thing called strategic use of land, strategic use of island. The whole world is now fighting for small pieces of island here and there. What is the fight between Japan and China today? A few pieces of island. The entire world is now fighting over small pieces of land from where they can supervise others, from where they can monitor ship movement. I mean, Katchatheevu is a very important strategic piece of land between India and Sri Lanka. You see, Sri Lanka had shown tendency to ally with China by the time when Katchatheevu deal took place. When Sri Lanka is getting closer to China, should you not consider this to be a very strategic piece of land if China and Sri Lanka were to get closer? Nehru did not have, with all his fame and name, and partly he had his role in India, but I don't think he was a strategic person. And he didn't understand that India had a strategic role to play in the world, because that was probably beyond his comprehension. I would put it that it was a highly illiterate act on the part of the Prime Minister of India at the time to regard the piece of island as useless.
Okay. Let me ask you one final question. Why would Mr. Karunanidhi have collaborated on this? He was very aware, as you can see the documentation, about a backlash from the people of Tamil Nadu. So why would he have done so? He positions himself as the guardian of Tamil interest.
You see, at that time, the people of Tamil Nadu, the backlash could have come only from Kamaraj. The opposition at that time to DMK was from the Organizational Congress, which was led by Kamaraj, and the ruling Congress was in alliance with Karunanidhi. So Karunanidhi did not face any mass resistance. It is just he had to manage public opinion. And he had no conviction about retaining Katchatheevu. He had a greater emphasis on the relationship between Indira Gandhi and himself against Kamaraj. So Kamaraj was the principal political force against which he had to work, for which he needed the alliance of Indira Gandhi. So it was purely selfish political purpose which made him work with Indira Gandhi in all matters, including Katchatheevu. Mrs. Gandhi was determined to give Katchatheevu. That is why she sent to the foreign secretary to Karunanidhi. And it was always an effort to manage Karunanidhi. Right. So that if Karunanidhi agrees, then there will be no big problem. And Karunanidhi agreed. He only said, please don't tell outside that I have agreed. I mean, these are dishonest politics.
Okay.
He could well have said, yes, we think it is in the interest of Sri Lanka relationship that we should give it up. I can understand that. But the man was playing dishonest politics. He was agreeing with Indira Gandhi behind the screen and publicly making pro forma statements against it. And these pro forma statements became as if he was against it. And that is what has been exposed today. That this man's opposition, the DMK's opposition, which was later turned into some kind of a north-south divide, as if the central government was working with Sri Lankan government against the Sri Lankan Tamils and the Tamil Nadu people. I mean, this whole north-south divide was built on the basis of the dishonest conduct of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu at the time, who for his own selfish political reasons worked with Indira Gandhi. What was the compulsion of Indira Gandhi to hand over this piece of land to Sri Lanka? I am not aware.
Okay.
It was not necessary at all. Why did she do it? And why should Karunanidhi cooperate in this? All this has come out only because of the exposure of these facts. Otherwise, the whole picture would have remained hazy.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I mean, you understand the kind of dishonest politics that this has exposed.
Well,
I am happy. Even if it is done in the context of elections, at least truth has come out.
Well, I can understand why obviously some people are upset. Dr. Ranganathan, your point of view on this. What do you make of this?
Rahul, I don't agree with you. Please appreciate the kindness of the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty. Nehru gave Aksai Chin to China. Indira gave Katchatheevu to Lanka. Rajiv gave Rahul to India. No, but seriously, these dynasts have always treated our territories like pearls on a necklace around their entitled necks, as if it is there to gift away. Two issues here, because both are connected. Just give me, a couple of minutes, because I want to discuss Congress politics and Congress psyche that allows the Congress politics. On Congress politics, as usual, Pandit Nehru is the root cause of Katchatheevu as well, Rahul. It was he who said in 1961, and I quote, I attach no importance to this little island at all, and I'd have no hesitation in giving up our claims to it, unquote. And the dutiful daughter carried out his unfinished business in 1974. The island was signed away as, quote, it was a dispute site and India's claim had to be balanced with the need for good bilateral ties, unquote. That's right. At the altar of good bilateral ties, you give away our precious land to Pakistan, to China, to Sri Lanka. Land bhi chala gaya or good bilateral ties bhi chali gayi. Rahul, the control of this island is crucial for India, as its waters are abundant for fishing and our fishermen are routinely arrested and thrashed by the Lankan Navy for straying towards Katchatheevu that is rightfully ours. And it is shameful that the same DMK that was in cahoots with the Congress over relinquishing our rights on Katchatheevu is now claiming to fight for the rights of our fishermen. Returning to the second issue very briefly, the Congress psyche or dynasty's benevolence. Rahul, right from the time when Dr. Ambedkar signed from the Congress in 1951, resigning, warning that under Nehru, India was being made to champion China's cause and that its quixotic and suicidal foreign policy would lead to the, quote, ruination of India, unquote. To the Congress presiding over the laws of Aksai Chin but being nonchalant about it, saying not a blade of grass grows there. To Nehru thoughtlessly taking Kashmir to the UN. To Nehru rejecting the King of Nepal's offer to merge Nepal with India. To Nehru giving up on Coco Islands. To Nehru rebuffing an offer to India to be permanent member of the UN Security Council and in fact advocating that China should become one. Moving swiftly to contemporary times, the same Rahul who today accuses Modi of selling India out. The same Rahul was tight-lipped when China occupied 640 square kilometers of eastern Ladakh during the UPA. A fact reiterated by UPA's own foreign secretary. Who knows? Perhaps calling for the breakup of Ladakh was an obligation on part of the Congress in that MOU that it signed with the Communist Party of China back in 2008. The same Rahul was tight-lipped when China managed to make 600 incursions into the Indian side between 2010 and 2013, including in 2013 when the Chinese entered 28 kilometers deep into our territories in Depsang, including on June 17, 2013, when the Chinese transgressed deep into Chumar, an incursion the UP did not disclose for 3 weeks for fear of public anger, forcing the cancellation of the defense minister visit to just 30 seconds. The same Rahul remained silent at our shameful capitulation in the Sharm el-Sheikh agreement under the UPA, where we allowed the insinuation that we were fomenting trouble in Balochistan. Worse, Air Chief Dhanova is on record saying that Indian Air Force wanted to bomb terror hideouts in Pakistan in the wake of 26/11 but was forbidden to do so by the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Kashmir, Ladakh, Koko, Katchatheevu, Rahul, these were pearls on the necklace that adorned the dynast's neck. Small mercies. The entire necklace hasn't been taken off and gifted away. But who knows? It just might if the Congress returns to power.
Well, viewers, you've heard two different points of view. One more focused on the larger picture by Dr. Ranganathan and one in the context of Tamil Nadu politics, viewers, and this north-south divide from Mr. Gurumurthy. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll take a very short break.